going on.
Thank you so much.
Pay like $1 million.
Shout out TMZ, you up?
Let me check out that rig.
TMZ stands for the Mayweather Zone.
How'd you find me, bro? I got my disguise on.
I love my TMZ family.
Welcome to TMZ Sports. I'm Mike Babcock with my guys Mojo Mutati, Edward Lewis. Guys, exciting day if you're a football fan because all the NFL teams officially in training camp. So many star rookie players who are going through their first summer as a professional football player, including the great Travis Hunter, of course, the number 2 overall pick to the Jacksonville Jaguars, not just a star wide receiver, but a star cornerback as well. But guys, unfortunately for Travis, it's not him and it's not football that a lot of fans are talking about. It's a situation that his father is dealing with off of the football field, Edward.
Yeah, his dad, Travis Hunter Sr., was arrested on Tuesday for a violation of probation. In order to kind of explain the story, we got to go all the way back to 2023. He was arrested following a traffic stop where cops alleged he had drugs and a gun in his car. And as part of the disposition of that case, he was placed on probation for a few years. Well, fast forward to June 28th, just a couple weeks ago, cops say his electric monitoring device just disappeared from 8:07 p.m. to 8:18 p.m. 11 minutes on that day.
It's like an ankle monitor, Edward?
That's my assumption of what it is, yes.
Okay.
And in court documents, they essentially launched an investigation into what happened. And on July 4th, according to these documents, authorities claimed they tested the equipment and it was functioning properly. That's a quote. And Hunter Sr. told them he was moving too fast and forgot it. So that was July 4th. Wow. On July 10th, they issued an arrest warrant for violation of probation. And as I said, he was arrested this week on Tuesday for the matter. He's currently being held behind bars without bail until a hearing on Thursday. So we'll see where it goes from here. But pretty serious offense considering what he was behind bars initially for.
Yeah, and I think clearly in these situations, if it goes missing, and in this case it's 11 minutes, maybe you say, oh, okay, that's not that much time. But I think the bottom line is the authorities clearly wanted to try and determine whether or not the bracelet malfunctioned or if it was taken off, turned off, whatever it might be. And clearly at the end of the day, Mojo, they come to the conclusion that it seems, again, the equipment was functioning properly, meaning Travis's dad must have allegedly done something to it. Bottom line, not the conversation that Travis Hunter, who is starting his NFL career now officially, it's not the conversation that he wants to be happening around him. It doesn't even have anything to do with him. It's his father. I feel bad for the kid, but what can you do?
Yeah, this is a tough one, right? He didn't kill anybody. You didn't get a DUI. But either way, he broke probation and now he's behind bars. This is tough, man, especially when you're the family member of a major celebrity, for better or worse. The family member gets a lot of pub. You're going to get that pub by default, too. Unfortunately, this was something negative. I mean, for Travis Hunter, training camp is already stressful enough. Yeah. Training camp in Jacksonville, where it's like 100 degrees every single day and humidity, makes things worse. Training camp with heat and humidity and your dad now behind bars as a rookie, as the Heisman winner. I mean, goodness, there is a lot on this young man's plate right now.
All right, Mojo, we'll stick with the NFL training camps and with the wide receivers. Two guys who one time were rookies are now bona fide NFL superstars. Tyreek Hill and Justin Jefferson. Of course, Tyreek Hill is down there in South Florida with his Dolphins teammates, despite the fact a lot of people thought he wouldn't be with the Dolphins again this year. He is. Anyway, Mojo, Tyreek Hill meets with the media as he arrives to camp, and he reveals something hilarious involving his little son and Justin Jefferson. Watch this.
I'm telling you what, man, kids, dog, my sons, they be on my head. They be like, Dad, Justin Jefferson, dog. My kids are like Justin Jefferson fanatics. So they really enjoy Justin Jefferson a lot. So I was talking to my son on FaceTime last night, and his mom told me, she was like, oh, yeah, one of the kids came up to him and was like, hey, you Tyreek Hill, son? He was like, nah, Justin Jefferson, my dad. So I got him on FaceTime. I'm like, so Justin Jefferson is your dad? He was like, nah, Dad. I was like, well, tell Justin Jefferson to take your ass to Disney World.
So there you go, Mojo.
Yeah, take him to Disney World then, all right?
It's expensive,
I live
too.
right down the street from Disney World. Going to Disney World this time of year is absolutely awful. I mean, the kids are out on summer break. The parks are flooded. It's 2 billion degrees outside. You're waiting in lines. Even if you got the fast passes, got to assume that those kids are going to go with some sort of VIP tour guide. But even then, you're still walking ride to ride in the sweltering heat. Yeah, my kid ever say something like that, I'm not taking him or her to Disney World either. Forget that. No way. Obviously, they're great friends. They're having a little fun with that, but I'd absolutely annihilate my child for making a joke like that. You got to. But you love to see that it's in good spirits. Clearly, these guys are good buddies. Otherwise, he probably wouldn't have brought that one up. And that would have really struck home a little bit harder if that would have been the case. But really good soundbite either way. You love Tyreek has a sense of humor about it.
Yeah, it's just so funny because it's not like Tyreek Hill. Look, Justin Jefferson may be better, but it's not like Tyreek Hill is a bad player. Tyreek Hill, you could probably put an argument together that he's on his way to have to being a Hall of Famer at some point. So this guy is one of the most electric players that this league has ever seen. So funny to think that. Mojo, not the only guy, obviously, who is at training camp excited about the season. Now, forget what happens on the football field and the interviews and what they say, the cliche answers about the season, Mojo. One of my favorite things about camp, especially the start of camp, is the way the players sometimes arrive. And this happens in all sports. It happens with baseball and spring training. Remember Jonas Cespedes years ago? He rolled up to camp in like a horse. Well, Puka Nacua, of course, another star wide receiver. Mojo, wait until you see how Puka Nacua here rolls up to Rams camp in a go-kart. Mojo, that's the way to arrive. You got some like bird-ish scooters, Mojo. I don't like that. I like the go-kart. Cool way for the NFL star to arrive. I like it.
Is this somebody's child's go-kart? I mean,
Good question.
Isn't a big guy, man. All right, he plays receiver. He does not fit in this thing. Look, his knees are in his face, showcasing some tremendous hip mobility. I'll throw that out there, too.
Right.
But, yeah, man, this is great. I would love to arrive this way, too. I mean, if it was me, I would have doubled down on this. Maybe dressed up as Mario. Luigi, maybe Toad. Toad is a popular character, and Mario Kart, everyone says that's the cheat code right there. But, I mean, it was a good thought. He didn't follow through with it. I'll give him a B minus for this effort.
Mojo, 2026 season, dressed up as Mario. Book it. Up next, Adrian Peterson in a boxing ring ahead of his expected bout against his poker rival. The footage you will not see anywhere else is coming your way next on TMZ Sports. Welcome back to TMZ Sports, Mike and Mojo. Mojo, I think we are another big step closer to this Adrian Peterson and Baby Joe Castaneda fight actually going down in the celebrity boxing ring, because we showed you recently that Baby Joe has linked up with the trainer, and he is, there you go, hitting the mitts, Mojo. Well, Adrian Peterson is now training too for this fight. And if anybody thought that, okay, hey, Castaneda wants to do it, sure, he's not famous, he wants the paycheck, but Adrian is this future Hall of Fame player and he's not going to do this. Well, here he is boxing training, Mojo. And again, it seems from everything that we have heard and everything we have seen that this fight is legitimately on the way to happening. Do they have a venue yet? No. Do they have a date yet? No. But Adrian training, Joe training, Damon Feldman wants to make this thing happen. And Mojo, again, I think we're a giant step closer to making it a reality.
I'm going to be honest. I'm a little less excited for this fight after seeing the training footage, right? I don't know. I mean, look, if I'm promoting this thing, I'm going to leave it at the bar fight. I'm not showing you any of this because those guys were throwing during the drunken bar fight, right? Or, I mean, it wasn't at a bar. They were playing cards, but whatever, same thing. There was probably a bar in the corner somewhere. I mean, this sold the fight to me. The training footage, that normalizes this thing. This was an organic scrap. Let's keep it that way. I mean, that training footage, maybe not the most impressive training footage I've seen, but he's still early in fight camp. They probably have some time to get there. But yeah, I don't know, man. This stifles a little bit of enthusiasm. I'll say, looking at this video, hands were not overly fast. I mean, this looked great. I don't know. Maybe
Yeah.
we should rethink this thing. Maybe we shouldn't do boxing. Maybe we should turn it into MMA or Muay Thai. I don't care. Maybe just something else. Throw in some kickboxing for all I care. But this is what I want to see right here. I don't want to see the training footage. So either way, I'm not going to let this douse my excitement entirely, but it does dwindle it just a little bit.
Yeah, I think the reality is that, we're so used to seeing, you watch like Mike Tyson training footage and you're like, okay, wow. The reality is he's a football player and Joe is just a normal, ordinary dude. So they're not going to look great. I do think, though, once they ultimately get in that ring, I think it will revert to a brawl because neither are boxers, like we said, Mojo. So I think the final product, I think, is going to be fun to watch. But I agree. Do they look like Canelo Alvarez? Probably not. Coming up, Kurt Angle tells us how his WWE Hall of Fame career may never have happened if for a new league he's currently working with. We'll hear from the 1996 Olympic gold medalist when TMZ Sports returns right after this.
Want to listen to today's show? Now you can check us out on the go with the all-new TMZ Sports podcast wherever you get your podcasts. Be sure to subscribe and listen. Whereas always, tomorrow's show will be the best show since today!
Welcome back to TMZ Sports, Mike and Mojo. Mojo, we are only about 5.5 weeks away from the highly anticipated debut of Hulk Hogan's wrestling organization, Mojo, Real American Freestyle. This thing, the inaugural event, is going down August 30th in Cleveland, Ohio, and we're going to get into a bunch of, they've got big stars, Mojo, who are competing, and boy, do they have big stars who are a part of the broadcast team. In addition to Chael Sonnen, who, of course, knows a lot about wrestling and knows a lot about MMA fighting as well, Mojo, Chael Sonnen will be joined in the booth by Bubba Jenkins and Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle, of course, back in 1996, Mojo wins an Olympic gold medal in Atlanta. Despite having a fractured neck, by the way, wins gold, then joins WWE, ends up being a 13-time world champion, Mojo. Now, back in the day, in the late 90s and the early 2000s, nothing like Hulk's organization existed. So if you were a wrestler who was great in college and then had success in the Olympics, not really any place for you to go after that. So perhaps you got into professional wrestling. Well, with Kurt joining the broadcast team, by the way, these events are going to be streamed on Fox Nation. Mojo, we asked Kurt, hey, if this thing existed, might you have never actually become a WWE legend?
Something like this didn't exist to this extent with this backing when after your Olympic run.
Oh, gosh, I would have loved to have this. This has been my thing. I don't even know if I would have crossed over into pro wrestling. I probably would have stuck with amateur wrestling. We didn't have a pro league back then. So I'm a little jealous, but I'm also excited to be a part of it. And whether I have the commentate or whether I can compete, doesn't matter. I just wanted to be a part of it.
That's pretty cool, Mojo. I think it's going to give a lot of opportunities. How you got thousands and thousands of wrestlers who wrestle in college across the country, nowhere else to really go, and now they do.
Respectfully, Babcock, I'm very glad this league didn't exist back then, because if WWE never had Kurt Angle, what a shame, what a tragedy. That would have been this guy, one of the greatest to ever do it, a Hall of Famer. Also, someone who was my coach for years when I was a wrestler in WWE. And man, I'll tell you what, as much as he gave to the fans during his in-ring career, that's how much he gave to us as fellow wrestlers when he was a coach. So I'm glad this league didn't exist then, but really cool that it exists now. You said it, Babcock. Look, there's a lot of sports out there that don't have pro leagues, that have salaries and competition high enough for you to make a career out of this when you're done. You kind of finish college for some of these leagues, and then that's it. There's no way to go. Maybe you go on to the Olympics and win a gold medal with a broken frickin' neck like Kurt Angle did. Once you accomplish that, you know, then what?
Right.
That's what this league's going to be about, and that's really cool. You said it, Babcock, the opportunity that is going to be given to so many. I mean, that is a dream come true. I mean, think about a college player who's trying to figure out what they're going to do next in their life. They have no idea what to do, and then all of a sudden this gift just magically appears. I mean, you got to be so excited. And then you got legends like Kurt Angle, Hulk Hogan attached to it. I mean, that's just a really, really cool thing. But I'll say it again, Babcock, really happy it didn't exist then. I needed me some Kurt Angle. Oh, it's true. It's damn true.
Right, Mojo, absolutely true. I think the world's very happy that we do have Kurt Angle. As for some of the people who are competing on this first event in August, end of August, August 30th, you've got Bo Nickel, a 3-time NCAA champion from Penn State. He is obviously a UFC fighter, a very talented UFC fighter who many fans and experts believe could one day ultimately be a champion in the world's biggest and best MMA promotion, Mojo. So Bo Nickel's competing. Also got Wyatt Hendrickson. Wyatt is the guy who, speaking of WWE, and a guy who had a quick stop with the wrestling promotion, he beat Gable Steveson in the 2025 National Championship match. So you got a bunch of big names, Mojo, who are competing. I agree. At the end of the day, this is another option for guys who are graduating college now. I don't think it's going to stop the wrestlers from going the WWE route either, but it's just another option. I'm excited for this. Venus Williams makes history and then drops an even bigger announcement. The tennis legend's bombshell news when TMZ Sports rolls on right after this.
Buckle up, party people, because the TMZ After Dark Tour has hit Hollywood! Get ready for a 2-hour rager on wheels! Join Ray J and other guest hosts as he shows you the hottest restaurants, sickest clubs, and stops at banging bars along the way! Plus, DJ Miles dropping beats as we cruise down Sunset and Hollywood Boulevard, baby! The festivities kick off every weekend from the Hard Rock Cafe at 7:30 p.m. So head to TMZTour.com to book your tickets for the TMZ After Dark Tour! It's gonna be epic!
Let's go, baby! Guys! Yeah! All right, my man. I ain't forget about you. I got a bone to pick with you still. What's up, everybody? How we doing? Oh, yeah, I like that energy. Hey, you know what I think of Coach J and his ball? Dang! Coach J's a bum. Coach J had the audacity to stuff my shot last year. I'll never let that happen again. Ain't no way Coach J would ever sneak up on me, I'll tell you that. Huh? What's this?
Welcome back to TMZ Sports. Mike and Mojo. Mojo, what happened? I remember last year. I remember the absolutely brutal block. What is going on there?
What's going on there is a cheap shot, Babcock, by head coach Jay at the Flow Shooting Academy here in Orlando, Florida. Over 150 kids showed up for top-notch training and coaching, the 4th year of this camp. And here I am thinking that no good deed was going to go unpunished. I show up. I think I'm going to have a nice conversation with the kids to motivate them and inspire them. And then Coach Jay shows up and ruins the whole thing. Obviously, I got a bone to pick with him after last year blocking my shot in front of children like that. Couldn't let that happen twice. And then he had to double down and up the ante with the lumbar check there, the spear to the lower back. You know, I'm not wrestling and playing football like I used to, so I guess a shot like that from time to time isn't the worst thing in the world to keep me in check. But you never know what's going to happen over there at Flow Shooting Academy, Babcock. It gets crazy.
Yeah, that was tough to watch. I don't want my guy getting hurt, and, you know, come on, Coach. All right, that was great video, Mojo. We're going to move on to another piece of great video. In fact, you know how we do like the We Love It? This is definitely a TMZ Sports We Love It, and you'll see why in just a second here. So, First of all, two parts here that we love, Mojo. So Venus Williams. Venus Williams is 45 years old. If you think she can't still go out in that tennis court and kick ass, you are wrong. And that's exactly what she did last night, Tuesday night, Mojo. She becomes the second oldest woman to win a WTA singles match. She, again, 45 years old, and she is still kicking butt out there on that tennis court, Mojo. But this was not the best part of the night, Mojo, because on the court, during the post-match interview, Venus revealed some big life news, and it's super exciting.
How much has Andrea helped you in this comeback, and you're happy, this smile on your face? I mean, how much has he made a difference in your life?
Yes, my fiance is here, and he really encouraged me to keep playing. And there were so many times where I just wanted to coast and kind of chill. Do you know how hard it is to play tennis?
Yeah.
You guys don't know how much work goes into this. Like, it's 9 to 5, except you're running the whole time, lifting weights and just like dying, and then you repeat it the next day. So he encouraged me to get through this, and it's wonderful to be here. He's never seen me play, so, you know.
Wow, I'd say he's a good luck charm.
Very cool, Mojo. And, you know, obviously winning the match is awesome, but finding out that Venus was engaged was super cool. And like she said, her fiance, who is an actor, by the way, first time that he got to see her live. So congratulations to them, Mojo. Also, I hope your back's okay, Mojo. I'm very worried about you after what I saw happen to you. I had not seen that video until we just did it here on the TV show. So I'm worried about you. I congratulate Venus Williams, Mojo. We are actually officially out of time. We've got a great show planned tomorrow, though, Mojo. It's going to be great.
That's right. Tomorrow my back should be fully healed, and that'll make it the best show since today.
I'm a lawyer.